Good afternoon. It is January the 10th, 2018. Time to recap our trading today and take a look at tomorrow. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit losses similar to those shown. Well, we came into the market today wanting basically to sell the 45 to 50 area. The 45 area right here gave us the first trade of the day. We had a 35.37 buy. That gave us the second trade of the day, and then we just ever so slowly drifted higher. We just did not have much in the way of selling. So we had the selling in the overnight, we had buying in the day session. Into the first break, the buy the dip strategy still produces. It's where the bigger trades come from. It doesn't come from the short side of the market. Looks like we might close in the 46, 47 area right here. Looking at the F1 screen on the Emini, not gold. Lower high, lower low. We can sell it based on the F1 screen. Looking at the F2 screen, definitely a P, but volume is below time, so I think we're in the same situation we were this morning. The 49 to 51, sell 1, 54, 56, sell 2, albeit a nickel higher. 42, 40 by 1, 35, 37 by 2. News tomorrow: jobless claims, 245. PPI plus 0.2. Core plus 0.2. Last month it came in a lot higher. Energy prices are higher again this month, so PPI might come in higher. And nat gas, last week it drew 206. Could certainly have a similar draw this week. The focus will be PPI and core PPI. Looking at the note, we guessed correctly that the low was probably in on Globex. We wanted to get short first to retest that low. That worked out okay. Lower high, lower low. Find a place to sell it on the F1 screen. We'll get a different look on the F2. So you can see right here that on the note we didn't retest that low. Right here in the congestion area, more volume in the top half than the bottom half favored higher prices. We break it out in I period, which was the 10-year auction, which was a strong auction, and we're still trading up. Probably the cleanest break in the market's up here at 23.12. That was the previous low. So somebody will probably want to retest that level, and if 23.12 holds, it sets up the next leg down. Based on the tomorrow's news, 3 to 7 sell 1, 11 to 15 sell 2. On the buy side, 25, 29 structurally is the first buy, and then I think we break the 24 level. We're going to retest that low end or take it out, so we'll put a scoop order out down at 17 to 21 for buy 2. I saw an article someplace where somebody suggested that the U.S. just not pay their debt or pay interest on it. That would not work out too well with $20 trillion worth of paper out there. If that was the case, the bottom would fall out of the dollar and inflation would be beyond rampant. 4 to 8, number 1. Sell 11 to 15, sell 1. And 19 to 23, sell 2. We're above 150, which was one of the breaks in the market. In that 152 area would be the next break. First support, 28 to the buck. So buying 21s to 25s, buy 1. And we'll buy 9 to 13 for buy 2. They really start to sell the 30-year papers where you see it. '30-year is the toughest paper to move. We expect weakness in the morning without a piece of news. Don't see any reason to change that. I believe we'll probably find sellers in London to set up the 30-year auction tomorrow. Looking at gold. Kind of an outside day, but that's got trading range written all over it on the F1 screen. It is a B, but volume's higher than the preceding day. Volume is lower than the 2 days 2 and 3, so we're just kind of right in the middle. So I'm guessing we have a seller at 23 to 25, 28 to 30 for sell 2. On the buy side, we'll keep our 15 to 17, and then 10 to 12. Crude oil, strong. Lots of stuff going on. The Middle East is heating up. It's not making the headlines like you would think it would, but it's heating up nonetheless. Everybody's going to be talking about who did the drone attack on the Russian Air Force and Navy bases. So, crude oil is pointed higher on the F1 screen. And on F2, pretty balanced distribution. Volume is below the Globex. Certainly we have not. See, yesterday's close was 62.88 back in this area. That's where we took off in Globex. So as long as we stay above 62.75, this market could trade higher. Leaning P right here, so 50 to 75, sell 1. 64, 64 and a quarter, sell 2. On the buy side, right where we were this morning, 63, 63 and a quarter, buy 1. 50, 75, buy 2. And the euro. Dollar suffered overnight because of that Chinese announcement. highs aren't. There it is. Higher low, higher high, but we certainly had some selling. Quite often that high or low comes in the Globex session, as it did. And you can see that we weren't able to take out that W high right there, and we did get back below 120. So 75, 85 by 1. 1950, 60 by 2. A lot of good stops beneath here. On the sell side, 15 to 25. Sell 1. Picking up this area right in here. And then 45 to 55. Sell 2. Picking up this area right there. And that's it for this January the 10th, 2018. I'll see you bright and early in the morning. You'll have a great evening. It's supposed to make it to 60 here today. We'll see if that actually happens. And they've got the daytime high tomorrow forecast at 29. So we'll see if that happens too. I'm out of here.